On today's episode of Brumbywood Farm, we're talking about this. We're talking about this. We're talking about this.
Raining all day, so it's the perfect time to do wiring.
What you call a cup holder, I call screw storage.
Just save yourself some time, cut corners, doesn't cost you anything.
How often do I have someone in the passenger seat and how often do I crash? I can tell you something, the numbers are equal.
Ta-da!
We're never getting that one back.
This is a wood tool. So many people on the internet were saying, where it's like, you gotta remove the seats and every single airbag. Just pull the engine.
You don't need to worry about structural integrity.
I should not be allowed to use power tools. They'll ask me to just do like plumbing. I'm like, no. I only do new installs. I don't do repairs.
If it goes into an airbag, tell me.
I'm beginning to question the quality of steel used by Subaru. Because it shouldn't be going this well. Right into the airbag. Maybe we want to try the spade bit, which is also wood grade.
There's the drill bit, and there's the bracket, and there's an airbag. It did rain last night, so putting that tarp on was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I asked Sean to be here for 8, so he'll get here around 9 o'clock. Because I wasn't already behind schedule enough, I decided, hey, I need a USB charging port. So all the wiring for these for the lights was wired to my second battery, which I've never done a proper video on. I'll do at some point. But anyways, that's a second battery. It's charged by the alternator, and it runs all my accessories. So we can check with that. We can see what the battery level is. So it's at 12 volts. And we've got a fuse panel in there, which we wired everything to. So that wiring ran down there under the back seats. And then from the back seats, it went out to here. So these are my switches. So we've got my long range spotlights, which are up on the roof rack. Then we've got the floods, which are under the winch. We got the mirror lights. And then that is the back blaster. That's the one that shoots backwards, the sort of anti-tailgate, reverse light assist kind of function. Because the intent was to put the switches up here. And we were too lazy to really go through all that and to get it to mount up. But in the end, I'm actually glad that I did it like this, because these lights come on when I flick my my car's lights on. And if they were up here, I just think that would be a bit distracting and irritating on the eyes while driving. So leaving them down here I do think it was a better option. Anyway, so we ran power wire to these, and then we ran the power out, and they go under the glove box here. They went up the A-pillar. We drilled a hole somewhere around here, and it came out. And so the wires come out of this plastic molding. We've got the wires out. It's also the wiring for the CB's antenna. And we put in a waterproof gland through the steel. So it's waterproofed, then it comes out of this, and then this is also water resistant. I set the searchlight and the spotlight up on these sort of butterfly plugs, so that way I can just unplug them if I ever need to take the roof rack off. I don't need to fidget with wiring. And so we got the mirror lights here. They shoot at I want to say probably about a 40-degree angle from forwards. Maybe 50, but 45 would be too much sense. And then these ones, I actually had 2 sets of these, so I bought some in December. I ordered them with the rest of the lights, and they didn't show up until December. So all the other wiring got done in October, and then my lights came in, but it was already snow on the ground, so I didn't get around to doing them. And then I had the opportunity to buy the lights that you saw mounted on the front there for under 20 bucks, and they came with a whole harness all ready to go. So I was like, yeah. So I bought them, and I put them on just last week, and they work nice. So the ones that I originally bought, they're gonna be replacing the factory fog lights, because I just don't like how they're wired. And I'm gonna be cutting the bumper, bringing it up a bit, which you'll see in the future. And the only other light is the searchlight. Now this it's electronically, it works. It uses a gear and a motor to rotate. and I think some ice got in it. Yeah, because usually I can force it with my hand, but I think some ice got in there because it was working before the snow. But then once it snowed, it jammed up. It still goes up and down, but it doesn't go left and right very well. So I might end up having to replace it. I'm gonna take it apart and open those gears up, see if just lubricating them is gonna work well. And the backlight here, this one shoots backwards and it is bright. And when I'm reversing and I need just a bit more visibility, I pop that on. I did mess up where I mounted it though, because when I open the trunk, the shocks don't, it hits this before the shocks can fully extend, so the trunk doesn't stay open. So I need to move this back more so that it'll go under the roof rack. I'm either gonna do that or I'm gonna bring it down, mount it here, or maybe on the driver's side, doesn't matter. It's we're still trying to figure out how to film in night, in the dark. I'm not very good at it. And getting the drone does not fly well in the dark, because it's not meant to. But it was we had a lot of fun doing the install. There's still more to come. I got wheel arches, I need to finish them. Maple harvest is coming soon, so we're getting ready to do that. That's probably going to be the next video. Workshop build coming, got a few guitar projects planned, and of course more modifications to the Outback. So thanks for watching. Go outside.